What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Week 5 in the NFL. I've got my money line picks and who my predictions on who I think's going to win. But first, let's do a little recap of last week. On my money line picks, we went 9-6. Not bad, but I'd like to see that number get into the 10-11 spot. So hopefully this week we can get into the double digits on the winning picks. We also went 3-0 on our prop picks. We won a same game parlay, but we lost on our touchdown parlay. And then I think Monday night was a 1-3 day. So made a little bit of money, gave a little bit back. I think we still broke even though. So for week 5, this is what we got going. And this is how I feel about the games. First off, we got the New York Jets taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Jets travel to Minnesota coming off a loss. The Vikings riding high, 4-0 with Darnold throwing the ball. He had 270 yards and 3 touchdowns. Will he be that good again? The Jets secondary is top notch, but Minnesota's receiving core is nothing to joke about. And with Aaron Jones looking good last week, coming off of 22 carries and 93 yards, he could have a big game this week. The Jets' offense is hit or miss. Rodgers took 5 sacks last week, and I think Minnesota can look to do the same thing and get some more sacks. They love to blitz. Last week, Rodgers had 225 passing yards and no touchdowns. Can he be a touchdown man, or is he going to struggle again? I'm going to back the Minnesota Vikings for the win. Next, we got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Chicago Bears. The Panthers travel to the Windy City to try to get right against the Chicago Bears, coming off a loss, but looking to keep their winning ways alive. Leaning on their defense, they haven't allowed 22 points or more scored all season. The Panthers' defense, on the other hand, has allowed more than 21 points all 4 games. I see this being a potential blowout for the Bears if the defense comes to play. That's why give me the Bears for the win. Next, we got the Browns taking on the Commanders. The brown bag Browns roll into Washington to face a rocking Washington team looking at its rookie quarterback to keep their winning ways alive. Jaden Daniels continues to look great. 22 of 30 for passing attempts versus completions. He had 233 yards, 1 passing touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. Can the Browns defense stop him? With Myles Garrett, he'll need a lot of sacks for that to happen. But I don't think it will. The Commanders, Watson, Judy, no thank you. Give me Washington for the win. That came out kind of weird, but we're working on it. Going off a script is kind of hit or miss. I'm trying to figure it out, but anyway, let's keep it rolling. Next game we got going is the Dolphins to take on the Patriots. The battle for the bottom. Miami heads north to take on the Patriots. Both teams frustrated. Can Miami win without Tua? Can New England be relevant without Belichick? Only time will tell. Both offenses have struggled to score points and subsequently struggled to win games. QB play being the big factor. I feel New England's offense is more cohesive, even though Miami has playmakers. I think the Patriots will come out on top. So give me New England for the win. Next, we're going to Jacksonville, where the Colts take on the Jaguars. The winless Jags will look to capitalize if Jonathan Taylor doesn't play. And that being a key factor with the Colts wins is Jonathan Taylor having touchdowns in both wins for the Colts. The Jags have had a couple tough losses, but just can't seem to find the way to win. Their defense needs help. This is a tough call with Jonathan Taylor being out, but hopefully Flacco plays quarterback and it won't really matter. He did great last week, so we'll see who the quarterback is and if Taylor plays. That being said, I'm going to go out on a whim and I'm going to take the Colts. But if Anthony Richardson plays quarterback and Jonathan Taylor is out, I might change this pick to the Jags. So for now, I'm going to go with the Colts, but tentatively based on who plays on Sunday. Next, we're going to move on to the Buffalo Bills taking on the Houston Texans. The Bills head to Houston, all systems go, looking to bounce back after getting whooped by Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. The Texans coming off a tight, get-right, bounce-back win against the Jags. Both flying high offenses will be on display with this one. That being said, one key factor to look out, Von Miller got suspended for violating personal conduct, so he will be out of this game, and the next 4 moving forward. And so that opens things up. I think Houston is a dynamic offense. The Bills are a dynamic offense, but I think Houston has a little bit better defense now with Von Miller being out. So that being said, I'm going to pick the Houston Texans to win at home and might shock the world. Next, we've got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals host the Ravens, both teams coming off big wins. Both teams know each other well, but it seems Lamar has the Bengals number, beating them in 8 out of their last 9 games. Derrick Henry is firing on all cylinders, and I see both of them matching up for what seems to be a big game. Lamar Jackson's passer completion rating is over 80% in the last 3 out of 4 games. So, that being said, the Ravens offense is rolling high. And the Bengals, they're hit or miss. And it doesn't seem like they've got everything together. And their defense lets teams score points. So, that being said, I'm backing the Baltimore Ravens to win a tough road match against the Cincinnati Bengals. Next, we're going to talk about my Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos in Mile High. This is a battle of mediocrity. Both teams struggle offensively, but I think the Raiders have a better defense. And hopefully Max Crosby plays and can come back big and strong after missing last week's game due to an injury. If Las Vegas can get the run game going, I see this being a good, fun game if you're a Raiders fan. But if they can't, they're going to struggle with what I think is going to happen. Davante Adams is going to get traded, and so he's not going to play this game. So we're going to have to see if the Raiders' backup receiving can pull it together and have a good game without Davante. I hope it happens. I'm really rooting for Vegas. Let's go. That being said, that's why I'm choosing the Las Vegas Raiders to stay above 500 and beat the Denver Broncos. Next, we're going to San Francisco. We got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers coming off of a big game, looking like the good old 49ers you all know and love. And now they face an Arizona defense that struggled, giving up 5 touchdowns to Jaden Daniels. That's right, 5. we could see Purdy to have a really, really good game. Arizona's defense is horrible right now. So, that being said, this is kind of a short one, but I think that the 49ers are going to win this game, and so give me San Francisco for the win. Next, we're looking at the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. The struggling Giants take on the rolling Seahawks. Coming off of a tough loss, I think the Giants are in for another tough night. Last week, Geno Smith had 395 yards with 1 touchdown against a tough Lions defense. The Giants' defense has struggled against good quarterbacks. I see this being a lopsided affair with the Sea Chickens coming out on top. So give me Seattle for the win. Next, we've got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Jordan Love is back, everybody, and looks to continue their winning ways. They had a tough loss last week to the Minnesota Vikings, but that being said, Jordan Love threw for 389 passing yards and 4 TDs. He had 3 interceptions, though, so if he can cut those down, nobody can stop him. So, and then on the other hand, you got the Los Angeles Rams coming off of a loss to the Bears. Stafford had 224 yards, but no TDs, as they failed to score more than 27 points per game all year, while the Packers proved to be a scoring juggernaut. That is why I'm backing the Green Bay Packers to win against the Los Angeles Rams. Next, we got Cowboys Steelers. Let's go. The struggling Cowboys go to Pittsburgh to face a red-hot Steelers team looking to get right. After last week's loss to the Colts, can Dallas's defense stop Justin Fields? He had 312 passing yards, 1 TD, and no interceptions, and 2 rushing touchdowns against a strong Colts defense. Dak and the Cowboys barely won against the Giants. He had 221 passing yards with 2 touchdowns. Both offenses have big score potential, but which defense is better? In my opinion, I think the Steelers have a better defense. They are allowing less points per game. The Steelers with 13.3 points per game allowed, and the Cowboys whopping 26 points per game. So that being said, give me the Steelers for the win at home. Next, we got, is this the Monday night matchup? Yes, it is. We got the Monday night matchup. The New Orleans Saints taking on the 4-0 Kansas City Chiefs. The Saints go to Arrowhead to try and take down the defending Super Bowl champions who have struggled all year long and don't look like the team they were last year. I'm going to say it again. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. They're struggling. And with Patrick Mahomes taking out his own guys and Rashid Rice getting hurt, that's just another weapon taken away from Kansas City's offense. And who do they have to replace those key factors? Travis Kelce hasn't looked good all year. He had a decent game last week, but he just doesn't look like the tight end he was last year. It's just it's there. You can see it. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So here we go. They lost their key weapons, yes. Saints have also struggled, but have not found ways to find a way to win. Their defense is good, but they've lost close matchups to good opponents. So can they find that sparkle they need to beat a good opponent? And it looks like Kamara might not play, so it looks to be a great defensive matchup on both sides of the ball. Let me know who you think will win this game. I got on back and forth on this quite a bit, but I think the Saints can get it done. Their defense is better, and their offense isn't missing as many weapons. They're more of a complete team. So, that being said, give me the New Orleans Saints to take down the Chiefs and end their undefeated streak for this season. Those are my picks. Those are my predictions. That's what I think is going to happen. Let me know who you think's going to win. And like I've said now twice, my favorite team is the Las Vegas Raiders. So let me know who your favorite team is. I'd love to know. And let me know who you think's going to win this week. As always, much love. Hope everyone's doing well, following bets, making money. Bearded Bandit out.